Hi everybody, it's Olivia Sheldon and Gizzy Sheldon. We're here today to help you with some stretches for after running. I hope you have liked me on Facebook and you're following me on Twitter, and check out some DVDs. So if you have a home practice, which I hope you do, sometimes though we need other ideas or we need a teacher, somebody to guide us. So you always have my YouTube channel, and then the DVDs is your guaranteed practice, a great long 20 minutes and 60 minutes. Because what I'm doing with you right now are just quick tips along the way in your yoga practice. So we're gonna do stretches for when you've just finished a really long run. So let's just pretend I just ran a marathon. Yep, I'm done. I don't do marathons, but if you do, or you just like that occasional run, these are gonna be great. So I just wanted to really cover every single muscle group. I wanna get your quadriceps, top of the thigh, your hamstrings, the back of the legs, all those major muscle groups that are working while you're running, and then one inner hip and one outer hip stretch, and a nice IT band. So let's start with our hamstring stretch. So you've just run in the door, you've had some water, you're just gonna come into a kneeling separate leg stretch. So go ahead and take your right leg and place it in front. This is important. Lift and hike your hip up nice and tall and rotate your thigh inward rotation. And then just get some movement here. If you need to kind of wiggle your hips back and forth, see how that feels with the hamstrings. So you've got kind of the inside edge working to the middle and the outside edge. And those different angles are gonna target the different parts of your hamstring. So we're gonna extend, peek forward, and reach your forehead down towards your toes. And just kind of hang out here and take a few slow, deep ujjayi breaths. Are in through the nose, filling up your belly, expanding the lungs, and exhaling. It's nice too to take a few folds here where you inhale and pick your back tall, and then exhale and move a little deeper into that nice stretch. So great hamstring stretch. This is number one. To intensify, you can always walk those hands. Now you can hang out with me, Giz, but we can't block the view. Hands are gonna walk over to the right side of your right leg, and even twist and look over your right shoulder. In fact, we can call this our catitude pose. So this is gonna just deepen and intensify that hamstring stretch. From there, you can go ahead and take that right leg and hook it back behind you. So I just wanna stick with the right leg. I'm gonna switch legs and put the left leg forward and then come on back. Now this doesn't work for everybody. If you've got an ankle issue, flex your foot. If you have a knee issue, bow your knee a little bit wider. And what you do here is we call loading the leg. So we lift up your hip and activate that quadricep, and then come right back down, and then squeeze your buttons and lift the hips. So you should be feeling that right into the center of that quadricep muscle, and then lift up again. So this is where we can stop. If you're a little more flexible, mosey your way on back to your elbows and kind of chillax here. If this is still too easy, keep on coming back. Check this out. You can grab elbows over your head, relax there. So again, we've gotten the back of the leg, we've gotten the front of the leg. If this is still too easy, you know I have options for you. We can bring that left leg into the sky, reach up and try to pull that leg. This might look easy, but you'll feel this in your top left leg hamstring, and definitely that will intensify the quadricep of your right leg. So that's your quadricep stretch. So we've got ham, we've got quad. Now a nice counter to the stretch, but also a good stretch for your outer hip, is just that easy breezy number 4 hip opener. It's kind of your go-to stretch. It works for everybody. Usually you can put it up, the foot on the left foot on the wall, reach through and grab onto your hamstring of that left leg. Now pull that leg in closer. Take your right elbow, use it to bow the right knee wide, or even use your hand to push the knee. So I need you to create that state of opposites for me. Pull your left leg in, push your right knee away. And that's really gonna juice up that outer hip. Fantastic. So we're right there in the zone. Always movement. So remember that your leg is that ball in that socket joint, and you want to think about oiling up, lubing up that hip joint, and then just hold for a few breaths. It's whatever time you have. Obviously, the longer you can hold, the better it is, but I'd rather you do something than nothing when you're done with a long run. We're going to take it right to our IT band stretch. So take your right leg, bring it straight up into the sky. Bend your left knee, and this is very important. Bow that left knee in. Take your right leg and bow it out. So we've got that nice X created with your thighs. Reach your left hand up and grab the outside of your right foot. Now, if you can't reach your foot, you just grab onto your calf. If you need to bend your knee, that's fine too. But ultimately, our goal is to eventually grab onto that foot. Now, pull that leg a little more to your left. still with that left knee bowing in, creating more of that X, and just flex that foot. So as you flex that foot, I can feel kind of a searing sensation moving into that calf muscle and then shooting just right up into that IT band. It's just a tendon that runs from your hip all the way up and into the knee, knee into the hip. So we've got that nice connection, plus a great calf stretch while you're here. You can always use a strap or a towel if you can't quite reach the foot. So there's your IT band stretch. And then of course, easy breezy, inner hips and groins, can't beat this one. Hands resting on the top of your thighs to give a little encouraging opening for the inner hips and the groins. And I think we've got it all covered. Hamstring, quad, we got into those outer hips, IT band, and then just finish with your inner thigh. And of course, replay and make sure that you do the other side with me. So those are your running tips. So get out there in these cool days and enjoy some fresh air and a great run. And I will see you next time on LiviaWell. Thanks so much. Namaste.